Heesun and Soobin are currently being rumored as the couple in the bed, and at the same time, a lot of people are revisiting my earlier paradise theory. Some viewers believe the woman with Sunghan may have been Heesun, based on details like the shoulder bridge, earrings, and hair tone. So in this video, I want to walk you through how I see all of this, the rumors, the visuals, the timing, especially with episode 8 to 10 airing in just a few hours. Not to declare facts, but to break down what makes sense, what doesn't, and where production might be playing us. Hi everyone, it's Funnel Pop. If you enjoy deep dive analysis and drama-free speculation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Before we get into the rumor that's been everywhere today, I want to set the stage. Fans are re-examining the paradise scenes, especially the moment with Sunghan holding a wine glass. Some believe the woman standing in front of him may have been Heesun, based on details like the shoulder bridge, earrings, and hair tone. In my earlier video, I interpreted that scene as Mina Soo, and after reading through many thoughtful comments, I understand why some alternative takes feel plausible. That said, in this specific paradise scene, I still believe the woman in front of Sunghan is Mina Soo, and here's why. Mina Soo's hair isn't jet black. It has a visible tint that becomes more noticeable in bright lighting, especially near water, which is exactly what we see in that shot. By contrast, Heesun's hair appears consistently jet black, even darker than Mina Soo's. The shoulder bridge is also Mina Soo. You can easily see how pronounced it was during her photo shoot. That said, I'm always open to revisiting interpretations as new theories surface. And that brings us to the rumor everyone's currently spiraling over, the idea that Heesun and Soobin were the couple in the bed. Before we go further, I really hope the production hasn't taken measures to water that scene down. Some of us love the chaos, especially if there's been a close bond between the duo. I do want to say this calmly though. This is a dating show. Physical closeness, including sharing a bed, isn't new to Singles Inferno at this point, and it shouldn't automatically be treated as scandalous. Adults exploring connection on a dating show isn't something that deserves moral outrage. So I hope we can discuss this without sliding into unnecessary judgment. Now, back to how this rumor started. Many people trace it to one specific pool scene in the trailers. There's a moment where Heesun appears to back up into Soobin, and viewers immediately felt the tension spike. Not casual friendliness, not accidental contact, but something that reads as intentional and charged. And on a show like Singles Inferno, once viewers sense sexual tension, it doesn't take much for a much bigger narrative to grow around it. That's where the now viral spoiler post comes in. The claim is that spoilers are out, and that the bed scene is Heesun and Soobin. According to this story, there's a paradise double date coming up, similar to season 4, with Heesun and Soobin on one side, and Mina Soo and Sung-il on the other. Both Mina Soo and Soobin are said to be trying to make each other jealous, emotions escalate, and Soobin, in a moment of jealousy, allegedly ends up sharing a bed with Heesun. The rumor continues that the next day, Soobin tells Sung-il about it. Sung-il relays that information to Mina Soo, and that's why we see Mina crying in the trailer. Then, supposedly, Mina Soo and Soobin reconcile emotionally, leaving Heesun realizing she was never the one he truly wanted, which fans link to the teaser scene of Heesun crying while wearing Soobin's jacket. Now, to be very clear, none of this is confirmed. This is a story built entirely from teaser clips, fan interpretation, and timing. But here's why people are taking it seriously. A few days ago, Heesun's Instagram went private. Around the same time, Soobin became unsearchable or appeared deactivated. Meanwhile, Mina Soo, who has been dealing with backlash since the show began, has kept her account public. That contrast is what made people pause. Not as proof, but as context. Here's where I personally struggle with this theory. If Heesun really was the woman in the bed, I'd be genuinely shocked. Not because it's impossible, but because it would be a sharp turn from how the show has consistently edited her, as someone more conservative and emotionally cautious. It would feel like a major shift from the character we've been shown so far. On the other hand, if the bed scene turns out to involve Minasu and Subin, that aligns much more naturally with their push and pull dynamic, the jealousy cycles we've already seen, and the emotional volatility between them. That scenario fits the existing narrative more cleanly. And then there's the editing. And before these rumors became loud, many viewers had already noticed that the outfit Heesun is wearing while crying in the trailer has already appeared in episodes that have aired, specifically in episode 5. Especially in the same clothes, same styling. That strongly suggests the crying scene happened earlier in the timeline, and may have been lifted from a segment that was cut or scrapped, possibly a scene that never made it into the final edit. But who knows, maybe she wore the same clothes twice, which I seriously doubt. If that's the case, that the crying scene already happened, the emotional cause and effect the rumor relies on, completely falls apart. The crying scene couldn't be a reaction to a later bed incident if it already happened. This is classic Singles Inferno editing. High emotion moments get recycled, rearranged, and dropped into teasers to make future episodes feel explosive. It keeps viewers guessing, debating, and rewatching footage frame by frame. And clearly, it worked. So at this point, we're really looking at two possibilities. One is that production used emotionally charged footage in the teasers, even from moments that may not fully align with the final timeline, knowing viewers would start connecting dots. The other is that fans, working with limited clips and no full context, built a larger narrative by linking moments that may not actually belong to the same storyline. What's likely is that it's a mix of both. That would explain why this rumor feels so emotionally intense, yet structurally messy. The timing doesn't line up cleanly, and the bed scene, the crying, and the jealousy arc may not be one continuous sequence at all, but separate moments that appear connected only because of how they were previewed. Until the episode airs, it's hard to say which interpretation holds, but all scenarios are possible. Production gave us fragments, and fans filled in the gaps. Whether those connections turn out to be accurate or not is something we'll find out soon. So where do I land right now? I'm not retracting my earlier take in my last video, and I'm not declaring this rumor true or false either. What is clear is that production is intentionally blurring timelines, and fans are filling in the gaps with speculation. And knowing Singles Inferno, that might be the most honest spoiler of all. What do you think at this point? Are you buying into the new rumor, or do you think there's more to the story? Drop your theories in the comments, I'm excited to talk it through with you. Thanks for watching. If this video got you thinking, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.